One way is horizontal line, vertical line, and slant lines or inclined lines. So there are three ways to draw straight lines. They are not crooked lines, no any curves. Horizontal line, vertical, and slant. Vertical and slant. Vertical slant lines, there are two ways to draw. Going up and going down. So under graphs, if we write the equation of any straight line, whether it is horizontal, vertical, or slant, there is a general form of that equation. That is y equals mx plus c. Y and x are they are same, that coordinates, x and y coordinates. They are variables. X is the independent variable, y is the dependent variable. When we draw the graph, we need points, no? So we can use y and x to find those coordinates of points. There are two other terms here, m and c. M stands for the gradient. C is the y-intercept. Gradient means in slant lines you can see there is an angle. So this angle is the gradient. Y-intercept is, if we draw this line on a Cartesian coordinate plane, y-intercept is the point where this line cuts the y-axis. This is y-intercept. This angle is the gradient. Depend on the type of angle can decide whether this gradient is a positive one or negative one. We'll do that part later. So you should only understand what is gradient and intercept here. Gradient is the angle which makes with this line. Intercept is y-intercept, not x-intercept. X-intercept here. The line where the line cuts the x-axis. This is x-intercept. But in the equation, there's only y-intercept. That is represented by C. Y-intercept means the point where it cuts the y-axis. So to find gradient, if we know the equation, gradient is the number in front of x. We called it coefficient of x. The number in front of x term. It can be a positive or negative number. Then y-intercept. Y-intercept is the constant value in the equation. It can be 0 sometimes, or it may be a positive or negative number. Gradient also same. It can be 0, positive, or negative. That's how we get the gradient and intercept if we know the equation of the straight line. If equation is y equals 2x minus 3, gradient is plus 2. Don't write x, only the number. Then y-intercept is only this constant, minus 3. Gradient is positive, y-intercept is negative. That's how we obtain gradient and intercept from the equation. If it is y equals 2x, there's no y-intercept. Y-intercept is 0. But it doesn't mean that line is not passing through y-axis. Meaning of that is the line is passing through the origin, x and y. Y-intercept 0. 0 is here, that is called as the origin. Line is going like this way. Gradient is positive. Gradient is equal to 2. Y-intercept is 0. No intercept. It doesn't mean no. That means intercept is 0. If I write y is equal to 5. Now, there's no gradient. Intercept is 5. If we draw that This is y-axis. This is x-axis. Y is equal to 5. This is y equal 5. Line passing through this point. It's a horizontal one. There's no any angle, so no gradient. Gradient is 0. We don't talk about gradient here. And there's lines, vertical lines also. Vertical lines are passing through only x-axis, not y-axis. It doesn't cut the y-axis. Equation is x equals 3. Line passing through x equal 3. Line is going like this way. There's no y-intercept. Oh, we don't talk about gradient also. No y-intercept means it doesn't cut this y-axis. No? It is only cutting the x-axis. So these are the types of straight lines we are doing. Now, if we know 2 points on a straight line, we can find the gradient. So that is the first part here. Gradient of a straight line. We use this formula if we know 2 points on a straight line. Those points here considered as first point as x1, y1, second point as x2, y2. Now you can see it. This is a line. This is the line. We don't want to bother about whether it is passing through x-axis or y-axis. We only need 2 points on that line. One point is here, other point is this one. These are the 2 points. If we know the coordinates, we can use this formula. Change in y coordinates divided by change in x coordinates. Or we called it difference in x coordinates divided by difference in y coordinates divided by difference in x coordinates. So usually we are writing it like this way, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. But this also correct. y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. This is also correct. We will get in the same answer with the sign. Positive gradient or negative gradient. If it is get a positive answer, it is having a positive gradient. If it is with negative sign, it is having a negative gradient. And there is another method to find, that is rise over run. Rise means using 2 points on the line, make a right angle triangle like this way. So this is a right angle triangle. Here. Run means the base length of this triangle. Rise is the height of the triangle. We'll do with examples. So if height of the triangle is 5 and base of the triangle is 3, then gradient is rise means height 5, run means 3, 5 over 3. But it doesn't give whether it is positive or negative. So we need to decide it with the angle. In this triangle, if this x-axis is going like this way, so this is making an acute angle. Acute angle means positive gradient. If this line is making an obtuse angle, if that line is going like this way, it is making an obtuse angle. Then we should put the sign as negative gradient. So from this rise and run, we only can decide the value of the gradient. Then looking at the angle, we should put whether it is positive or negative. So best method is this one, using our formula, find the gradient. Because we are anyhow to draw the triangle also, we are marking 2 points. So we can use those 2 points for this formula and find the gradient. Then we will get the answer with the sign. Here, positive gradient, line is going like this. Negative gradient, other way. Parallel lines are having same gradient. Parallel lines means the distance between two lines same till the infinity. So if you measure the distance, perpendicular distance, if this is 5, here also 5. Till the infinity it is 5. These lines are called parallel lines. So parallel lines check the angle. The size of the angle also equal. That's why we are telling that gradients are same. If this line is y equals 2x plus 1, and this also should be 2x with something, minus 2. Gradients are same, plus 2 and plus 2. Size of this angle is equal. Parallel lines are having same gradient. But perpendicular lines, no. They don't have equal gradients. Perpendicular lines means the lines which are making 90-degree angles. Like this way. This angle is 90. If this is first line and this is the second line, they are having different gradients. But there is a relation between these two gradients. This is M1 and this is M2, the gradients. You can see this one line is making acute angle, other one is making obtuse angle. So this should be positive and this should be negative. So the relation between these two gradients, M1 into M2 is equal to minus 1. Product of the two gradients are equal to minus 1. If M1 is 2, this is positive 2. No? So can use this formula to find the gradient of the other line. M1 is 2, M2 equals minus 1. We need to find M2, so make M2 as the subject, divide both sides by 2, then it is equal to minus half. Gradient of the second line is minus half. It changes its sign and turn this number upside down, reciprocal. Minus and write the reciprocal of the other gradient. So that is the relationship between perpendicular lines. It's not given here. So you can write it. Gradients of perpendicular lines. Parallel lines it's given, they are having same gradients. Gradients of perpendicular lines. Relationship between gradients of perpendicular lines. I will draw a small sketch here. -90 degrees. If this is with M1 gradient, this is with M2. M1 times M2 is equal to minus 1. Write this because it is not given here. I think up to now, you can understand these things. If there's any question, you can ask. I will go to some examples. 2 points are given. A and B are on the same straight line. So we should find the gradient. So can use our formula. Gradient is equal difference of y coordinates over difference of x coordinates. So please label these points before you use the formula. This is the first point, x1, y1. Second point, x2, y2. Gradient is equal y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Then substitute these values. Y2 is 6, y1 is 3. x2 is 2, x1 is 1. 6 minus 3 is 3. 2 minus 1 also 1. No point of writing 1 in the denominator. Gradient is 3. So we should understand the shape. So don't find this blindly. We don't know y-intercept. Can find it, but still we are talking only about gradient. So the line is like this way, not the other type. Gradient is positive. The second one, the coordinates are with negative also. Gradient is equal the same formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. First point, x coordinate. First point, y coordinate. Second point. Now y2 is 1 minus y1 is a negative number. So please put a bracket and substitute negative numbers. Minus 1 over x2. x2 is 4. x1 is minus 4. Put a bracket and substitute. 1 minus times minus is plus. 4 minus times minus plus. So this is 2 over 8. Can simplify. It is 1 over 4. So again the gradient is positive. Line is like this. It's a fraction. It is okay. If it is a decimal or a fraction, the gradient is positive. Third and fourth. Do it now. Find the gradients and imagine or just draw a rough sketch of the shape. If you get a positive one, line is like this. Negative one, line goes this way. Don't find only the value blindly. Did you find? Third one. This is first point. This is second point. Gradient is equal difference of y coordinates. y2 is 1. This is 1 over 0. We'll see. 1 minus 2 over x2 is 2 minus minus 2. Substitute negative numbers with a bracket. Then 1 minus 2 is minus 1 over 2 minus times minus is plus. 2 plus 2 is 4 minus 1 over 4. It's not 0. So this 1 minus sign is in the equation. This one. And our x coordinate also negative. So there are two negative signs here. This is from the formula. This is the x coordinate. It is not 0. Then fourth one. x1, y1, x2, y2. We can't divide any number by 0. Gradient is equal 2 minus 1 over x2 is 4, x1 is minus 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 4 minus times minus is plus. That is 1 over 6. 1 over 6 is correct. It is positive gradient. Third one negative gradient. So line is like this way. This is here, positive gradient. If we know 2 points on the line, we can find what is y-intercept also. Then can write the equation also. So since we are doing only gradient here, we'll do that, find in intercept and write in equations later. Correct, right? Gradients. Now find the gradient from the graph given. So that's what I told, that rise and run. Can use that, or find any 2 points on the line and use the formula. So I recommend you to use the formula because we are getting the answer with the sign. If not, we will forget to write its sign. So select 2 points on the line. When you are selecting the points, don't select point like this, because x coordinate is coming as a decimal or a fraction. It's not a whole number. Y coordinate is 4, but x coordinate we don't know. It is 1.5 or 1.6. We can't find it accurately. No? So when you select in points, select point like this. Both are getting whole numbers. X coordinate is 1, y coordinate also a whole number 3. 1, 3. I can select another point here or here. Both are giving whole numbers. If I select this one, coordinates are 0, 1. If I select this point, coordinates are -1, -1. So we'll select these positive numbers and do. Then we don't want to worry about the negative sign. And I told you the meaning of y-intercept. Y-intercept means the point where the line cuts the y-axis. See this? Here, this is the y-intercept. Y-intercept is 1. So at y-intercept, x-coordinate is always 0. X-coordinate is 0. If you get any point like this way, 0, 2, 0, -5, this means this is the y-intercept. 2 is y-intercept, -5 is y-intercept. The line is passing through -5 plus 2. We can write the y-intercept at once if x-coordinate is 0. But this is not y-intercept. Here y-coordinate is 0. We don't know y-intercept. From this should be x0. Okay, we'll write the formula and find this gradient. Now, by looking at the angle, we can say it should be a positive gradient. It is an acute angle. If I select this first point and the second point, because third point is with negative numbers, no? Gradient is equal y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I will select this is as first point. This is my second point. Any order doesn't matter here. y2 is 1, y1 is 3. x2 is 0, x1 is 1. 1 minus 2, 1 minus 3 is minus 2. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. When we divide two negative numbers, answer is positive. Gradient is plus 2. If you use that rise and run method, we need to make a triangle and find. Rise over run. Rise is the vertical height. Run is the horizontal distance, base and the height. So if I mark this on the triangle, this is the triangle. Height is 1 to 3, only 2 squares. Height is 2. Base length, there is only 1 square. It is 1. So 2 over 1 means 2. Then check the angle, acute angle. So gradient is positive. You can use any method, but better to go with the formula. Do the sixth one alone. Use whatever the method you like. Get the gradient with the correct sign. Now time is enough. So answer should be -1, I think. So all these points we can take here. All are with whole numbers. Take any 2 points you like. If I select this and this one, reason is I will get one coordinate at 0. Then it's easy for me to simplify. 0, 3. This is, then it's 2.5. No.
Teacher, it can be 3, right?
It's not 3, no? Yeah, it is 3. This is 1, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 0, 3 and 3, 0. Then gradient is equal difference of y coordinates. This is my y2, 0, y1 is -3 over x2, x1. -3 over 3, gradient is negative. The other method rise over run. Here. This is 3 squares, this also 3 squares. Gradient equals 3 over 3, but it is making an obtuse angle, so it should be minus. Next one. The line joining A and B has a gradient of half. Find the value of P. P is the y coordinate of the second point. This is x1, this is y1, x2, y2. And this is the gradient M value. Find the value of P. Gradient is equal y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. So substitute everything into the formula. Then you will get an equation in terms of P. Solve it. Find the value of P. Gradient is half. y2 is P. y1 is 4. x2 is 5. x1 is 1. Half equal P minus 4 over 5 minus 1 is 4. Then cross multiply. 2 times P minus 4 equal to 4. Now solve this. There are two methods. One method is, this is 2 times this bracket. It is multiplication. Opposite of multiplication is divide. I am going to first take away this 2. Then 2 and 2 get cancelled. Here only P minus 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Then take minus 4 to right hand side. It comes as plus 4. Answer is 6. Or you can remove this bracket. P minus 4 equal 4, 2P and minus 8. Then take minus 8 to right hand side. 2P equals 4 plus 8. Then 2P is 12. Divide both sides by 2. P is 6. Both ways are okay. So only this part is from straight line graphs. After that, it's algebra. Write it down. Okay, we'll go to next one. So graph lesson is not only important to draw the graphs. So these are the applications of graph lesson. So graph means it's like a path. Path of something is straight line. If path of a something is a curve, can use cubic, quadratic, and the reciprocal one. If something is going in a path like this, it follows our quadratic equation. If something is going in a path like this way, cubic, then the reciprocal. If it is going in a straight line path, so this is with this lesson related to this. So we are learning this to use it in our real day life. So every day, the most of the students are asking why we are learning this, why we are doing this like that in maths. That's the most famous question. So this is why we are using. In real day life, we need it. This is an application one. A crane is lifting a boat suspended by wire ropes A, B, and AD. The point C is vertically below A and BC measures 5 meters. B to C length is given 5 meters. AB and AD are ropes. But see the path? The both ropes are in straight line way. So there's no any curves. They are tightened well. No? So these A, B, D are like points on the straight line. There are two straight lines. One line is AB, other one is AD. AB line is with a positive gradient. AD line is having a negative gradient. Always you mark this angle with the positive side of the x-axis. This is we consider as positive side, not the other angle. If I mark the other angle, it is acute, no? That obtuse acute thing is only with the positive side. Now, if I consider AB line only, then B to C is run, the base length of the triangle. A to C is the vertical height, rise. So we can find this gradient. The gradient of AB line is 0.8. They have given the gradient. Gradient is 0.8, this value. How high A above C? Find this height. So, without using that x1, y1 thing, can go for rise over run. Gradient is equal rise over run. Gradient is 0.8. Rise means the height AC. Run is 5. Then find what is AC. We can cross multiply like earlier. 1 times AC is AC. 5 times 0.8. That is 4 meters. How high A above C? 4 meters above. A is 4 meters above C. Real applications of straight line graphs. Can find that height from AD line also. But we don't know what is this base length or the run. And the gradient of AD, we don't know those things. So we can't find the height from that side. Can find the height only using AB line. the next part of the question. Part B. The gradient of AD is minus 1.25. Gradient of the other line also given, AD. What is the length of the boat? They are asking the length of the boat. Length of the boat is BD, B to D. Here. BC length is given 5 meters. Height we found 4 meters. This gradient is minus 1.25. Find what is this CD length. Then we can add it to 5. That's the length of the boat. To find CD also can use that rise over run. I will write it here. Gradient is equal rise over run. Minus 1.25 height is 4, run is CD. We are finding a length. So now we don't want to consider this minus sign, because 1.25 is the gradient from this side, because obtuse angle is from positive side of x-axis. No? Then the other side is acute. So other side, it's like positive one, positive number. So we don't want to use this sign here. We are finding a length. Length cannot be negative, no? Cross multiply. CD times 1.25 is equal to 4. CD is equal 4 divided by 1.25. 4 divided by 1.25. 3.2. 3.2 meters. The length of the boat is 5 plus 3.8. 3.2. 8.2 meters. If you simplify this with the minus sign, you will get minus 3.2. But since it's a length, ignore the minus sign and write. Okay, we'll go to next one. Find an algebraic expression for the gradient of the straight line joining A to B. A coordinate P and Q. So it has separated. So this A, P and Q, B, R and S. P is the x coordinate, Q is y coordinate, R is x coordinate, S is y coordinate. Find an algebraic expression. So we can't find any value here, no. So there's no any number. So only we will able to write the answer as an expression in terms of P, Q, R and S. Write an expression for the gradient using P, Q, R and S. That's what it means. M equal what? Write it in terms of P, Q, R and S. Try to write it. Same method, use our formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Substitute these letters into it. That's it. There's nothing to simplify even, because they are not like terms. No, P, Q, R, S. Y2 is S minus y1 is Q. This is 2. X2 is R. X1 is P. That's all. We can't simplify this now. If we write the formula in opposite way, like this way, y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2, then our answer will be y1 is q, no? Q minus s, p minus r. Both answers are correct. There's no any value here. Answer comes with these variables. Next question, 10th one. The line joining 3, P to 7, minus 4P is parallel to the line joining minus 1, minus 3 to 3, 7. Find the value of P. This is talking about two lines, not only one line, but they are parallel. If this is first line and this is second line, they are parallel to each other. So we know one condition. If they are parallel, their gradients are equal. If this is M, this also M. The points are 7, minus 4P, 3, P. The other line points are 3, 7, minus 1, minus 3. These are not real ones. These are sketch. It's a rough diagram. So I don't know whether the lines are with positive or negative gradient also. I can't draw it accurately. This is the rough diagram. Then from the second line, I can write the gradient because both coordinates are given in the second line. First line, the y coordinate is in terms of P. So since gradients are same, can write M1 equal to M2 like that. So there are several ways to start this question. First, you can find what is the gradient of the second line. Then write the formula for gradient of the first line. Then equate it to that gradient. That is one method. If not, I am taking these two gradients as M1 and M2. In parallel lines, they are equal because these lines are parallel. Now I am using the formula for both sides. Gradient of M1. This is my first point. This is the second point. I go in that order. So Y2 is minus 4P. Minus 4P, Y1 is P. Over X2 is 7, X1 is 3. Then other side, second line gradient, Y2 is 7, Y1 is minus 3. Minus 3. Put a bracket and substitute. X2 is 3, X1 is minus 1. Now I need to simplify this. Then we will get an equation in terms of P. Solve it and find the value of P. I think you all can simplify. Complete this one. Finished? What is the value of P? Simplify this one. Minus 4P minus P is minus 5P. 7 minus 3 is 4. Then 7 minus times minus is plus 3. 3 minus times minus is plus. Minus 5P over 4 equal 10 over 4. This is easy. Both sides are having 4. Without cross multiplying, we can multiply both sides by 4. Then 4 is cancelled. Like this. 4 and 4 get cancelled. Minus 5P is equal to 10. Divide both sides by minus 5. P is equal minus 2. This is the value of the y coordinate. First y coordinate is P, that is minus 2. Second y coordinate is minus 4P. So minus 4 times minus 2. That is plus 8. This is plus 8. This is minus 2. We'll go to next one. Now we are going to draw the graph. Plotting straight line graphs. To draw a line, we need minimum of 2 points. At least 2 points we require to draw a line. If I mark 1 point like this, I can draw a line. No. Can draw so many lines, but can't draw one specific line. If I mark another point, now connecting these two, using our ruler, it's a straight line. So we need minimum of 2 points to draw a straight line. But when we are drawing a line, we take more than 2 points. That is for the accuracy. Reason is, if I mark the first point here, then second point here, we don't know whether these 2 points are correct or wrong according to the given equation. Sometimes we might done some mistake when we are finding these points, coordinates. If we mark one more point, it should be along this line. If not, it will be go outside. No? Then we have an idea that there is something wrong. Straight lines cannot be crooked. All points come in one line. If 1 or 2 points going outside, then we have an idea there is something wrong. We can't draw the correct line. So that's why we are taking more than 2 points when drawing a straight line. This is the general form, y equals mx plus c. M is the gradient, c is the intercept. We discussed them. So c is y-intercept, the point where the line cuts the y-axis. This is the other point where it cuts the x-axis, but we don't talk about this x-intercept. We want this where after the last part of the lesson there is to sketch the graph, not to draw with all the points. Then we are finding this one. But since it's mentioned C only, equation it is only y-intercept now. So we don't talk about anything here about x-intercept. We need the gradient and the y-intercept according to our equation. So by looking at the equation, we can write what is gradient and intercept. That thing also we discussed earlier. So you can complete this table quickly. No need to draw a table. Just write the equation in front of that. Write M is equal what? C is equal what? No need to draw the perfect table here. Write the equation. Then write M equal C equal. Like that. The number which is in front of x is m. In first equation, y equals x plus 1. There's no any number in front of x, but x means 1x. We don't write that 1 in front of that, but there is 1. It's not 0. Gradient is 1. Intercept also 1. Second equation, y equals 2x minus 1. Gradient 2, y-intercept minus 1. Third one, gradient is minus 2. Minus 2x plus 1. Y-intercept is 1. No need to put plus mark. Next one, gradient is a fraction, half. Y-intercept is 2. If I sketch this graph, positive gradient, it is going like this way. Plus 1, positive intercept. If I draw y and x-axis, this is y-axis and this is x-axis. Here, positive intercept and positive gradient, the first one. Second one, the graph look like this. This is x and this is y. Gradient is positive, but y-intercept is negative, going like this. These are rough diagrams. Third one, gradient is negative. Line is going other way. Intercept is plus. This is plus. Shape like this. The last one, gradient is positive. Y-intercept is also positive. Plus 2 and half. Can you see a connection between the number in front of x and gradient? Yes, we can see a connection. Gradient is the number in front of x. Next one, can you see a connection between the number at the end of the equation and the y-intercept? Yes, there is a relation. That number is the y-intercept. Now we are going to draw the graphs, lines. We need points. Points means x and y coordinates. We are taking 2 or more. So in this table, they have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Some are filled. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blanks are there. So we can find these y coordinates. Then check the minimum and maximum values of y, because we need to have an idea how we draw this graph. Then you have to erase it again if it's not enough. So check the boundaries and draw. So when we are finding the values, we can find it by hand or can use the calculator. Practice both. X is equal to minus 2. When x is equal to minus 2, what is the y coordinate? 2x minus 3, 2 times minus 2 minus 3. 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. Then minus 4 minus 3 is minus 7. This is minus 7. Then when x is equal to 0, x equals 0 means this whole term is 0, y is equal to minus 3. When x equals to 1, 2 times 1 minus 3. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Last one, x is equal to 3. Y equals 2 times 3 minus 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. This is 3. Now we have found all the coordinates. Next part is to draw the graph. I don't have these values now. I will write it inside of the PDF. Minus 7, minus 3, minus 1 and 3. You can use a graph paper, or if you don't have a graph paper, draw it in the square rule one. We need y-axis up to minus 7 in negative side. Positive side, we need it up to plus 3. Minus 7 and plus 3. X values minus 2 to plus 3. X is no problem. There is a small range of values. But y, it is from 3 to minus 7. Try to draw it. The meaning of this given range is, if they haven't given us this table, we need to select some values for x coordinate. So when we are selecting x coordinates, we need to select in this range, minus 2 to plus 3. That's why they have given a range. Without taking any value we like, we should select any 2 or more values in this range, minus 2 to 3, to draw the graph. This one, it's no problem. They have given us the table. If they don't give, we should make the table according to these values. I will take the y-axis from the middle. find it from 3. 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. Can. 3, 2, 1, 0. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, and -7. Then the x coordinate 0, 1, 2, 3. Up to 3 is enough. Negative side -1 and -2. You should label x and y axis. X, y, you will get 1 mark, or they will deduct 1 mark. Usually for drawing the graph, they will allocate only 2 marks. If you don't label, they will deduct 1 mark. You will get only 1. Mark the points. First point is -2, -7. Next, -1, -5. 0, -3. 1, -1. 2, 1. 3, 3. Then join it. Final thing, we should write the equation, label it. Y equals 2x minus 3. Whether they give marks or not, you should practice it in a proper way. Label it, mark all the points. They are checking these points. So don't draw without marking the points. Now see this graph. This is having a positive gradient. Gradient is positive. Intercept is -3. Positive gradient, intercept -3. Part B, they are asking find the gradient and the y-intercept of the graph. So you can find it selecting 2 points, or by looking at the equation also can write. Both methods can use here. Gradient should be 2, y-intercept should be -3. Okay, part B. Gradient and the y-intercept. Gradient is 2, y-intercept is -3. There is another part. Use your graph to estimate the value of y when x is 0.6. Why is it an estimate? X is equal to 0.6. When x equals to 0.6. Where is 0.6? 0.6 is not in the middle. Middle is 0.5. If I mark this as 0.6, when x is equal to 0.6, what is the y value? So draw an arrow to the graph, to the line, and find the y coordinate. Like this. So we are not getting an exact number here. You have to estimate it. It is not -1 or -2. It is in between, not -1.5. So you can estimate it as -1.6 or 1.7. Based on your graph, you decide that value. That's why we are calling it as estimate. It's not the exact value. We are taking it from the graph now. If we want the exact value, can use that equation and find. If I use this equation, y equals 2x minus 3. When x is equal to 0.6, I can't write there. Y is equal to 2x minus 3. When x is equal to 0.6, what is the y value? 2 times 0.6 minus 3. 2 times 0.6 is 1.2. 1.2 minus 3. 8. 2 minus 1 is 1 minus 1.8. This is the exact answer. But depend on our graph, we will get a value in between minus 1.5 to minus 2. In this range. It depends on our graph paper according to this grid. That's why it is called as an estimate. This is the answer for part C. Write the value you get from your graph. Real value is minus 1.8. We'll go to next one. Question number 30. This is an application question. The depth of water d meters in an African desert well during the dry season in the first t days of the December is given in the formula. They are talking about a well in the African desert. The depth of the well is D. And T is the days of the month December. They only check this depth in December month. Day by day, they are checking the depth. So the coordinates comes like this. Here D is like Y. T is like X coordinate. T means the days. The first day, what is the depth? If depth is like 3 meters, 1, 3. 1 is first day of the December. 3 means the depth of the well, 3 meters. Second day, 2, 5. Depth is 5 meters. Day is second day of the December. This is the meaning. Now, if this is the well, this is the ground. We are measuring depth from ground. First day it is 3 meters. Since it's dry season, the next day water level goes down. It is 5 meters, like that. That's the incident. Draw a graph of D against T for only for the December, 0 to 30, not considering even 31st. Usually we are considering number of days for a month as 30. No? Only first 30 days, they are checking this. So they can, after they check this only for December, they can predict it, no? To do the predictions, what will happen next month, what will happen January, or what will happen next year December. So they can predict it. They know next year December, they know what will happen day by day. Without measuring, they have an idea. So that's why they are doing these kinds of experiments. Draw the graph. So we know this should be a straight line. The reason is T is power 1. There's no any power 2 or 3. Quadratic or cubic. Linear equation. The shape should be a straight line. And the gradient is minus. So it is having an obtuse angle. Line is like this with positive y-intercept. If I sketch it, it's like this way. X and y, this is 10. Y-intercept is plus 10. This is 0 and this is 30. Like that. Now we'll draw the real graph. Now we have to make a table. Now when you are making the table, we can't find it for all 30 days now. Select few values in between 0 and 30. If not, we need to draw a long table. 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. 30, no, then 30 points. No point of marking 30 points. To draw a line, we need minimum of 2. For the accuracy, we are taking more than 3. So we'll take like 6 points. Earlier table was with 6 points. No? Make the table. Then now table is not X and Y, it is T and D. T values and D values. When T is equal to 0, when T is equal to 3, when T is equal to 10, when T is equal to like 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. T is equal to 25, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last one 30 like this. Can select any 6 values for T in between 0 and 30. Equal mark is there, so can use 0 and 30 also. Then find these D values. When T is equal to 0, the whole T term is 0. Then depth is 10. Then the rest of the ones can use your cal and find 0.3 times. It's minus 0.3 times 3 plus 10. 9.1. Next one, minus 0.3 times 10 is 3, no? Plus 10, 7. Minus 0.3 times 20 plus 10, 4. Minus 0.3 times 25 plus 10, 2.5. The last value, minus 0.3 times 30 plus 10, 1. Draw a graph D against T for this. Now the highest D value is 10, the lowest D value is 1. That's the Y coordinate. X coordinates, now there is a big range of X 0 to 30. Y is no issue. The issue is with X. There's no any negative values. Can start from here. X also same. Can take like this. Y and X. 0. Then think the scale you need to take to mark x-axis. 0 to 30. If I take 4 squares, maybe like this, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, it's small. 3 by 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27 and 30. Can no? 2 by 2 also I think possible. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Yes, can go with 2 by 2. Don't draw two small graphs. Use the grid. Use the given grid maximum. The height is only up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Use it maximum. When t is equal to 0, x is 10. Here, mark the point. T equal to 3, height is 9.1. So we are not sure about that. Keep that. Go to next one. 10 is 7. 10, it's 7. This is 5, 6, 7. 2 squares, 6, 7, 8, 9. 20 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 25 is 2.5. 25, 2.5. 1, 2.5. Last one, 30. 30 is 1. I skip this point because I can't mark it exactly. Then draw the line connecting these points. Finally, can mark this 9.1. Now I'll mark that point. 9.1. 3, 9.1 is somewhere here. This is 9, 9.1. So this is the line for this graph. Then there are some questions. I am taking a screenshot of this. The depth of the water in the well on 25th December. Using the graph, find the depth of the well on 25th December. 25th December. Now draw a line from there. We found it, no? On the table also. 25th December. Since they are asking to find it using the graph, show these arrows. If not, they will think we have taken it from the table. It is 2.5 meters. Answer is 2.5. The next question. The date when water is 7 meters deep. D is equal to 7. Find the day. Which day on December? Depth is 7. Then draw the arrow from 7 in y-axis. This is 5, 6, 7 here. That also we found in the table. 10th answer for part A is 2.5 meters. Part B, 10th day of December. Now using this line, we can find the depth of any day during this month. So these are the real applications of graphs. Complete this. Finish, no?
Yes, teacher.
There is one more section in this question, part C, that is they are asking when it will be completely dry. According to the formula, when will the well be dry? Completely dry, no water. Depth of water is 0. Formula is D equals minus 0.3 T plus 10. Completely dry. So 30th, there was 1 meter of height of water. So 31st, we don't know what will happen. But according to this formula, can find when it will be dry. That means depth is 0. So this is decreasing. Next day it will be like 0.5 meters. Likewise it goes. D is equal to 0. Find the value of T. Then I can take minus 0.3 T to left hand side. It becomes plus. T is equal to 10 divided by 0.3. This will be a decimal answer. So according to the decimal can decide the day. Number of days cannot be decimal, no? 10 divided by 0.3 is like 100 divided by 3. .33 like that. So 33 means December is over from 31st. 31st, January 1st, January 2nd. There is 0.3 also. Then it goes to next day. So 3rd of January, not in the December. .33333 recurring. This is 30th. Then 31st of December. Month is over. Then 31. 32 is 1st of January. 33. 31, 32, 33 is 2nd. But 0.3 is also there. Then it goes to 3rd. 3rd of January. Next year, not this year. Next year, 3rd of January. Can't write 2nd because 2nd of January, there will be some small amount of water in the well. 33.3 means it goes to next day. Not 2nd, 3rd of January. So 14th one is to draw the graph of y equals half x plus 1 and y equals half x minus 2. Two straight lines in the same graph. So this is used to solve simultaneous equations. Solving simultaneous equations using graphs. 14th question is like that. We draw both graphs on the same one. Then get the intersection point. Coordinates of intersection points are the answers for x and y. We use this method to solve simultaneous equations using graphs also. So they are given two equations now. So we make it in the form y equals mx plus c, both the equations. Then draw the two lines on the same graph paper. Then we will be getting an intersection point. Then find what is the x coordinate and the y coordinate of that intersection point. They are the solutions for those simultaneous equations. First, you need to make it y equals mx plus c form. Draw the two lines on the same graph paper. Next, take the x and y coordinates of the intersection point. That's the method. So first we'll quickly fill this table. When x is equal to minus 2, y equals half times minus 2 is minus 1, minus 1 plus minus 1 is 0. X is equal to 0, it is 1. 2, 2 plus 1, 1 plus 1, it's 2. Same. 4, 4 divided by 2 is 2, this is 3. Next equation, y equals half x minus 2. When x equals to minus 2, this is minus 1. Minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. X equal to 0, y coordinate is minus 2. 2, 1 minus 2 minus 1. 3, no, 4. It's 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. Now see these lines, both are having positive gradients. Yeah, no, we'll see whether they will intersect or not. I need y-axis from minus 3 to plus 3. X-axis only from minus 2 to plus 4. Three, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. If you can draw it even more bigger, that's good. 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2. Then we'll mark the points. Minus 2, 0, 0, 1, 2 minus, wow, no, 2, 1, 2, 2, 4, 3. This is the first line. The second line, minus 2, minus 3. 1 minus 2, not 1, 0, it is minus 2. 2 minus 1, 4, 0. This is not enough, my graph. So these lines will intersect somewhere above. Oh, it's not easy to find that intersection point. They will intersect. I think there is a small mistake in the question. Gradients are equal. That is the reason. Mistake in type in this equation. One should be negative gradient. then they will intersect. I no need to erase everything. I only do the correction for the second line. These points. Y equals minus half x minus 2. Then we can find it. Minus 2 plus 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. 0 minus 2. 2 is minus 1 minus 3. 4 minus 4 divided by 2 is minus 2. It is minus 4. One more point I will add minus 4. Then we will see minus 2 is minus 1. 0 is minus 2. 2 is minus 3. 4 is minus 4. Minus 2 minus 1, 0 minus 2, 2 minus 3. Minus 3 is here. Minus 3 minus 4. The green color line, I need to extend it this side. Now the solutions are the intersection point is here. X and y coordinates of this point. X coordinate is here. Y coordinate is this. I will label this as A. Coordinates of point A minus 2.5 and minus 0.5. So these are the solutions for the simultaneous equation. X equals minus 2.5, y equals minus 0.5. This is how we solve simultaneous equations using graph method. This is one application of straight line graph solving simultaneous equations. Please do that correction. The equation in the question, it should be y equals minus half x minus 2. If both are having the same gradient, they don't meet each other. They are parallel lines. They never meet each other. We can't find the intersection point. They don't intersect. So one gradient is positive, other one is negative. They should be different gradients. Simultaneous equations answer is this. This is the coordinate of the intersection point. Okay, we'll go to the next part. So in part B, they are asking to write the gradients and the intercept. Part C, they are asking the lines are extended in both directions. Will they ever meet? Give a reason for your answer. If those equations were like y equals half x and half x, no, they don't meet each other. I change one equation, so they meet. No. If it's with the same gradient, they don't meet each other. Reason is they are parallel lines. I put this question to show the simultaneous one. I wanted to meet them. So no point of this part C. They are meeting each other. I put this question to show that simultaneous equation thing. They should meet. But if the gradients are same, they are not meeting. The reason is they are parallel lines. So no point of having this part C. The last part of the lesson, if the equations are not in the form y equals mx plus c, how do we draw the graph? Graphs of ax plus by equals c. So these are also straight lines. There's no any powers. X term, y term and a constant is there. But it's not in the form y equals mx plus c. But we know they are still straight lines. Without making, we can rearrange it and make it in this form. Without doing that, how do we draw the graph? This is like a sketch. We don't find all the points. We are finding only 2 points and draw. So those 2 points, one point is the y-intercept, other point is x-intercept. I told you we are using x-intercept later. Now we are going to use it. Y-intercept and x-intercept. Equation, the first equation is 2x plus y equals 6. We can't write what is y-intercept at once because it is not in this form. No? We don't rearrange it. But I told you at y-intercept, x-coordinate is always 0. In any straight line, at y-intercept, x-coordinate is 0. So we are using that point here. When x is equal to 0, what is the y-coordinate? 2 times 0 plus y equals 6. So y is equal to 6. This is one point. 0, 6, y-intercept. The second point is that x-intercept. When y is equal to 0, what is the x-coordinate? At x-intercept, y-coordinate is 0 because it is on the x-axis. 2x plus 0 is equal to 6. That means 2x is 6. Divide both sides by 2, x is 3. So that coordinate is 3, 0. We only plot these 2 points and draw the graph. These 2 should be correct. If not, we will not be able to draw the correct one. We are only taking 2 points. No, we can't find whether it is correct or wrong there, since there's no any other point. So do this calculation correctly. Find the x-coordinate when y is equal to 0 and find the y-coordinate when x is equal to 0. We are only using these 2 points. Then draw the Cartesian plane x and y axis. This is x, this is y. 0. When x is 0, y is 6. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6. I will take this as 6. Next one. When y is 0, x equal to 3. 1, 2, 3. This is 2, 4, 6. Then the line. This is one point. This is the other point. Line is going like this way. I can extend it. Two x plus y equals 6. Gradient is negative. Without making it in the form y equals mx plus c, we can draw the graph only finding these 2 points. So draw the graph with this. No need to write this one because we are not using y equals mx plus c. Write the equation. Then show this working. We are only finding 2 points. Then draw the graph. Then there is another equation. You can try this at home. X minus 2y equal 4. Do this as homework. Complete it quickly. Finished? Today, why you all are silent? No one is talking. Write the second equation, this one, to do as homework. It's there in the tute, soft copy is there. No? So this is another application of straight line graphs. So first part, we consider from here to here as one line. The second line is from here to here. From beginning to the end can't consider as one line. It has broken from the middle. So there are two lines. The graph given an easy way of converting from one unit to another. What is the cost per month of using 80 units of electricity? The graph shows the cost per month of using of electricity. Number of units given in x-axis, y-axis is the cost. First 20 units, the charges can find like this. Then 40 units like this. That's what we have to do. They are asking to find the cost for 80 units. Then draw the arrow from 80. They haven't given any equation. So we can find the exact value. So it is coming like to the middle of 120 and 140. 120 and 140, it is like $130. Zag's bill is 210. How many units of electricity did he use? 210 from the y-axis. 210 is middle of 200 and 220. Then go down. So it is not half. It's not in the middle. 220, 240, middle is 210. It's like half of that. 205. Can write only rough answers based on the graph. 205 units. If they have given equation, they should give two equations. One equation for this and the other equation for this line. Two equations, not the same equation. This is another application of straight line graphs, converting one unit to the another. So using this electricity and the number of units and the cost, anyone can find according to their uses the cost of the electricity bill. For 180, what will be the cost? Like that. There is another one. The next month, Sak's bill is $50. How many units of electricity did he use? Then draw a line from 50 and see. This is 40. Now this is 50. It's 0. So they are not charging any amount. There is a service charge. He has used only 0 units. Charge is 50. There is a service charge. Whether we use the electricity or not, we should pay this 50. 0 units. Haven't used. Then from 17 onwards, you can do as homework. So this is using our formula, find the gradient. Then draw the graph. For this, find y-intercept. When y equal to 0, what is x coordinate? And find the y coordinate when x is equal to 0 and draw the graph, not using the table because this is not in the form y equals mx plus c. So this is a real life example using graphs. There is a connection between the length of a person's forearm and their height. This connection is shown on the conversion graph. Forearm is measured in centimeters. Archaeologists discover an incomplete skeleton with a forearm of length 23 centimeters. Estimate the height of the skeleton, not the complete one. So if they have complete one, they can measure their height, no? Height of the length of the forearm is 23. So draw the line from 23. X-axis is the length of forearm. Y-axis is the height. 22, 23. Draw a line from here and see the height. It is 160. Like that, can do question number 19. Then 20th one, they have given 4 points. Mark those 4 points on a Cartesian plane and join them. You will get a trapezium. Trapezium is like this. These two sides are parallel. Other two sides are not. There are 4 sides. Only 2 pair of sides are parallel. This is called trapezium. Find such that the line from the origin, find the value of b. 3, 4b is parallel to the line from the origin to b, 3. From the origin means this point is 0, 0. 0, 0. There are 2 lines. First line is starting from 0, going through 0, 0. The second point is 3, 4b. The other line also passing through the origin. And the other point is b, 3. They are parallel to each other. Write their gradients and find what is b. Find the gradient of the line. Join in this, you will get the answer in terms of p. We can't find a value here. After that, there are some questions from papers. Complete these questions. Find the gradient. All these are easy. You can complete these questions. They are not difficult. Okay, that's all about the first part of the graphs. Straight line graphs. So there's 2 more things In straight line graphs, finding the length of a line and finding midpoint of a line. So we'll do it later. So I think we can finish the class. Only 3 are remaining. 2 had left. Okay, then good night.
Good night.